As a licensed clinical psychologist and owner of a group practice in Ewing, New Jersey called Mindfull and Multicultural Counseling, I really founded that practice a couple of years ago after a lifetime of work, where I really saw that there was really a lack of cultural competence and a lack of services for people who want to use insurance to improve their mental health and well-being. And so I really wanted to create a group of clinicians who happen to be female identifying to really be able to address racial trauma, to be able to address depression, anxiety for a wide range of individuals, and then also to offer workshops in the community on anti-racism and how can white people be better allies for people of color, and also do their own work around really looking at the history of racism in our country and in our county to really make it better for this generation and the next generation. I think of my mother, who passed away a couple years ago, and in many ways she was similar to me and really different. And the ways in which she was really similar is I think we both tend to be kind of quiet and probably do a good job of kind of hiding what we're really thinking or feeling inside. And I think she came here from Haiti when she was a teenager, not knowing the language, and really mastered the language, put herself through nursing school, and was able to really have a really successful life. So I really admire that with all the challenges she had, that she was able to persevere. And I also am moved by the fact that she died from cancer a couple years ago and didn't realize how much stress and disease she was carrying in her body until the very end. So wanting to help other women of color, particularly Black identifying, to be able to see the way that stress manifests in their body and their spirit, which is part of why I'm also a yoga teacher, and I really help people to see how they hold stress in their bodies. Find your tribe, like people who allow you to bloom and thrive just as you are, to let go of masks that you hold because you're afraid of how people will view you. Trust in your inner voice, maybe that voice that's really quiet inside that is not embraced by the larger society, especially if you hold identities that tend to be marginalized and oppressed. And don't allow yourself to be made smaller. COVID-19 has really impacted me and my community and my work in ways I couldn't have imagined. One is, unfortunately, the need for clinical services for people suffering from grief and loss and depression and anxiety has magnified. I mean, my practice is a clinician of 10 different clinicians, and we cannot even fill the need, and we've grown in the past year. So in some ways it's great that the practice is flourishing, and yet it's devastating to see how much harm is happening in the communities that we'll feel for generations. Also, my anti-racism work has tripled in that time. I think the murder of George Floyd has left a lasting impact, and so it's heartwarming and sad at the same time to see so many group practices, so many community agencies, yoga studios seeking out trainings for their staff to really start to do this work. I continue to be an advocate, working within my business, working within other community agencies, really working towards lifting up the voices of BIPOC individuals, really looking to continue to reduce racism in all its forms, especially the more subtle microaggressions that happen on a daily basis, and just partnering with other communities to really open conversations and build bridges.